viewers, it's me. Hi, that sounded very showbiz. Viewers, welcome back to, sorry, it's the Liverpool playthrough series. It's something to be excited about, not that excited about though. And we'll kick off things then by saying that Sadio Mane has won African Footballer of the Year, beating out Obafemi Martins. It was clearly a strong competition. And Aubameyang as well, who's, you know, decent, of course, 19 goals so far this year, a 7.39 average rating. Actually, better average rating, I noticed there, than Sadio Mane, but 9 assists, 3 goals has beat him out somehow. He's got more points. I think that was just based on voting. So actually what we'll do is we'll congratulate Sadio Mane on winning African Footballer of the Year. Well done to you. And also he was named, unsurprisingly, in the Team of the Year, as was Joel Matip, which is nice to see. Mane actually is taking his spot up front. Quite an interesting side of decent players, actually, the old African Cup Team of the Year. African 11 of the Year, I should say. And in terms of defenders, Joel Matip was second on the list. Sadio Mane was top midfielder. It doesn't make any sense based on where he was just putting the 11. Anyway, there you are then. Matip and Mane both representing Liverpool in that then. And, well, hello, Yuri Tillemans and Dendoncker. How you doing, boys? Welcome. And now both players are players we should maybe be looking at in the summer, or maybe just this January, because that's the transfer window that's relevant, Ben. But as of right now, midfield-wise, midfield options, I think we're probably set, right? We've got someone like Grujic who does a similar job to someone like Dendoncker, for example, so there wouldn't be a massive need for change. Right then, coming up in today's episode, we have a game against Burnley, as well as the start of the transfer window, and we'll see what goes down within that. Burnley currently in 17th position, so should be, by all accounts, a nice easy win. I'm not sure how we did against them at the start of the season. Shall we have a quick look at that before we continue then? Last time we played Burnley was a 2-0 win. It was our first win of the season. Firmino and Mane on hand. And that was one of the games where we played the daft formation. It worked against Burnley. Maybe we can bring it back for today's episode. Who knows? Right then. Danny Ings is injured, as is Grujic. Talk of Dendoncker, and now Grujic gets injured. Danny Ings is again injured as well. 2 to 3 days, not too bad. So disappointing though, because obviously we've got cup games coming up, and I wanted to use them in the FA Cup games. But never mind, forget about it. Some more players presented to me from our scouts, but none look that good. Firmino, by the way, wow, 6 appearances, 6 goals, 7.7 rating for him, and is really coming to form. And Jordan Henderson, a player that, generally speaking, is a little bit ignored, I dare say. He's had a very good time of late. If you look at his form, you can see he's been absolutely firing on all cylinders. A few 8-point-somethings in there, as well as some consistent 7s and a couple of 6.9s, which, you know, is not too bad. In that box-to-box role, so he's playing really well too. Diego Costa splits the pair of them. And any other of these? Keita, young player of the month. Didn't quite get it. Jose Gay gets it instead, the left back at Chelsea, who obviously is signed from Valencia. But Keita in there as the attacking midfielder on that left-hand side. Oh, hello! Oh, yes, party time. Despite our defeat to Spurs, we actually had the same amount of points as the Southampton manager, Claude Puel. But regardless, 5 wins from 6 games. Arsenal, Southampton, Sunderland, Everton and Leicester has got us Manager of the Month. Well, that is a nice surprise. And Cameron Brannigan, a youngster for us, has picked up Player of the Month for Fleetwood in, what is that, League 1? So he's playing well too. 2 goals for him in the 4 games. And he got Player of the Month and a Young Player of the Month. So congratulations to Cameron Brannigan, of course, a youngster coming through the academy, and it's getting worse. So that's good. That's good to know, isn't it? Right then, Burnley today, 17th in the table. A game we should most definitely be winning, sorry. I mean, Griezmann for 120 million, apparently, from Madrid to Manchester City. We'll see if that happens. Atletico would be foolish to let him go. But then 120 million is a lot of money, isn't it? Now, interestingly, Cardiff have come in for our youngster Ben Woodburn, 17 years of age. Let's be honest, probably not going to play him this year. So, with that in mind, let's get him out to Cardiff. The thing is, he's probably not going to play that much. He's in rotation. I mean, that's better than not playing at all, right? And as you can see, offers are flying in. The big one is Shangang, great name, are in for a offering. Interesting too, Chelsea, despite, well, first of all, they took Michael Keane off me. They're now not happy with him, apparently, and want Jason Murillo, obviously a defender we looked at. So interesting. Also, oh my God, hello, what? Sorry, that is a what? Kevin Stewart is one. I mean, what? Okay, so Southampton and Watford both want Kevin Stewart, who's played no games for me so far this season. 1 cup game. That's all he's done. I mean, I'd be foolish not to look at these at least, wouldn't I? That is crazy. Let's take that 1 point. Let's just add a million. Let's make that 8 actually. And then make it a little bit random. I'll make it a little bit less if they just sort of do it the way I would like them to do it. So, for example, if we make this to 3 million and then this to 2, because then, yeah, I like that. That's not bad, is it? 11 million. I mean, suggest that. They're absolutely fine with it. That's ridiculous. I don't know why. I'll be honest, I don't know why. How much is that in total? 13. We'll see if they'll just accept a straight 13, Watford. They've bid for him. In fact, let's just go for 15. Why not? Let's just go mad. We've already got the exception from Southampton. Just bang in there. 15 million for him. I could have gone more. West Ham have come in for Shiojo as well. 12.5 million. Now, this is interesting. I've got a player like... I don't think we accept this for Shiojo. It could be worth a lot more in the future. 12.5 is the total. This Lovren, here we are then. How much is it? If it's less than 10 million, I'm going to be very disappointed. And it's 18.5 million. Wow, okay, that's quite a lot of money. But because they're from China, we're going to come straight back. 30 million, and they've withdrawn. So we'll see what Lovren has to say about that. I'm sure he'll be vocal. Ojo wants to discuss an improved contract because we've rejected the West Ham bid. How long has he got left there? If that's like 5 years, there's no... 3 years. No, I'm not going to. He wants to discuss his future. This is fine. I'll just say, look, you've got plenty of time remaining on your contract. He says that's fine. 10 grand a week so far. Not playing enough games for me to offer him a new contract. So it wouldn't make any sense. I'm hoping, though, we get some extra bids in for Lovren, and as this window progresses, we'll look at getting in another centre-back. Maybe we'll do that next episode. Again, leave your suggestions for centre-backs in the old comment section, and we'll see what we can find. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of transfer window left to go, a lot of episodes in January, so we'll see how that goes. Right then, continuing forward towards this game, Romagnoli, speaking of centre-backs, has just been removed from the short... Oh, hold on a minute! Oh, no! Okay, Sadio Mane is injured, and it's going to be out for 5 to 7 weeks with this injury. That is a huge blow to our Premier League campaign. And not only that, he'll miss the games against Tottenham coming up. Now, of course, in real life, Liverpool without Sadio Mane are a shadow of what they are ordinarily. So that is going to be a big, big miss. Now, there's a few candidates to come in. We'll just hold that thought for a minute and see where we're going when it comes to it. Team of the week, by the way, Firmino got in that next to Lukaku. Romagnoli, to me, is the defender that if I had to pick a defender to replace Lovren, this is probably the guy I would go for. I have to say, we'll suggest terms early, make an offer. I think were we not bidding for him in the summer? I think we may well have been. In terms of transfer budget, how much are we talking at the moment? 43 million. So there's some to spend there, especially if we sell like Kevin Stewart for 15 million. That's ridiculous. The transfer window is open once more, bringing with it speculation of your plans for Liverpool. Will there be any deals in the coming weeks? We're always looking to improve the squad. Last time out against Leicester, your team played very well. Thank you very much. You must be hoping the side carries on to the next game. It gives us confidence. Is there a place you would like to strengthen in the near future? I'm not going to talk about it right now. This is the first opportunity you've had to congratulate you on winning the Premier League Manager of the Month. You've certainly had a great month. It's always nice for success to be acknowledged. So yeah, very pleased about it. And what's been the secret to your success? What do we say here? We've simply worked harder than everyone else. Yeah, let's say that. That looks good. It looks like Sadio Mane will miss the EFL Cup semi-final due to injury. How much of a disappointment is that? It's incredibly disappointing, and that kind of sums up my thoughts. Cameron Brannigan, of course, we talked about before. And Sean Dyche is winning a lot of plaudits. I do not care. Sadio Mane won't be available against Burnley. Problem. But I've got faith in the squad, which is, I think, is always the best thing to say, generally speaking. Right, I think I know what we're going to do. We'll have to wait and see, though. Now, that's interesting, right? If he goes to Rochdale, opposed to going... Where was the Cardiff, wasn't it? If he goes to Rochdale, he'll probably play. Rochdale, decent-ish side in League One. I prefer him to get the games. Who have they currently got up front? Anyone good? Who's he going to oust here? Calvin Andrew. Yeah, right, let's get him out there. Finishing-wise, Woodburn's got everything on him. So we're actually going to send him out because he'll get more football there. So to me, it makes more sense. Adam Phillips is also wanted by Motherwell. He's actually developing okay, but we'll accept that as well. Get him out, get him some football. Again, he's not going to play here, apart from in the under-19s, under-23s, so it's not really worth it. Under-18s, sorry. Okay, we've got games coming up in the Cup, which I'm going to obviously use to rotate, the Scunthorpe being the one. But for this Premier League game, we want to be at full strength. And, of course, without Mane, that isn't going to be the case. So what would you do is the question. What am I going to do is the other question. Fleetwood, very similar situation to Rochdale, so we'll accept that deal. Now then, away at Burnley, of course, in real life, caused Liverpool a problem. I think what we're going to do, and I've kind of already decided this, is to bring Keita to this right-hand side. Of course, I don't think these guys are off to the African Cup of Nations, so that's fine with me. Now, a few people have been asking for this as well. What we're going to do then, inside forward on this left-hand side, and a few people have said, you're not really getting the best out of Coutinho, Ben. Why don't you move him to that left-hand side where he plays quite well as an inside forward? And I agree with that, and it gives us the chance then to bring Adam Lallana in to play behind Roberto Firmino. We're breaking that Brazilian duo up just slightly, moving it slightly to the left-hand side. I'm doing the weather here. I don't know what's going on. So that's the move we're going to make. We'll bring on Origi to the bench as well as an option. So Pastore, Grujic and Mane all out injured. Pastore again for 3 to 4 weeks. This is like the moment now with all the games in January where you want him available and he's just not. Emre Can, I notice, is wanted by Barcelona. We'll see how that develops throughout this window then. So on we go to the Burnley game, and again, it should be, I've said this all the time, should be a routine win, but stranger things have happened, right? They're 17th in the league table, 4 wins so far this season. We did beat them at Anfield, much like again in real life, and we're heavy favourites for the game today. Andre Gray and Sam Vokes up front, Little and Large, Robbie Brady on the left, George Boyd, Stephen Defoe, Jeff Hendrick in the middle, and then obviously their back line is as is. Tom Heaton in goal could be an issue for us as well. So let's get into this then. Team talk-wise, we were calm last episode. I'm debating more passionate or maybe assertive, or do we go with a calm approach again? I think more assertive actually. It's not the sort of game I want to be slipping up in, so I'm certainly going to say just go out there, relax, play an actual game, the result will come, and we're going to continue with that sort of assertive manner. I have faith in you, go out there and make the difference, and we'll say that to all of them, and hopefully we can get ourselves the win then. Here we are then at Burnley. There's a nice yellow flag. It looks very much like the colour of the referee's card, but not the same thing. It'd be too ridiculous if you had massive cards, wouldn't it? But again, for the crowd it would be better actually. I'm starting to think actually the referee's cards should be bigger. That's change the game, FIFA, to make an impact. Now then, Coutinho, left side, as an inside forward, slightly different setup, but Keita is known to cut in from that left-hand side. I've seen it a lot, so in terms of shape and style, not many changes should develop. And he's right-footed. I think he's either-footed, actually, so for him to play on that right-hand side shouldn't come too unnatural to him. He's pacey on that right side, so he should be fine. He should do a similar job to Mane, although he's probably not quite as incisive. Anyway, Burnley with the first chance of the game. We're on standard fluid for this first half as Defoe has found himself free in the middle. Defoe, strike on goal. It's hit the inside of the post, and Nathaniel Klein puts it behind. Jesus wept. That was a little bit nervy, wasn't it? They've got a corner now. First 5 minutes of the game, and Burnley are causing all sorts of problems, which is not good. Defoe then, ball into the middle. And we've got Vokes on that far side. Header comes down to Andre Gray on the edge of the box. He's obviously their striker. The ball's not good, and Keita launches it clear. And that should be ordinarily the end of the highlight, and is. Now, Burnley with some good early pressure. And Matip is the one struggling out there so far. Of course, we've got Lovren on the bench. May well be his last game for the club. I keep saying that, but it could well be. Time's ticking by here. First half is evaporating very, very, very quickly. Arsenal 1-0 up against Manchester United, 2-0 up against Manchester United. Chelsea beating Borough. Lallana, though, 39 minutes on the clock. Free kick even played in. Matip beaten in the air, comes out to Emre Can, and Lallana picks it up again. Lallana forward to Keita. He's got runners ahead of him. If you can find him, Firmino in on goal. Roberto Firmino. Great save by Tom Heaton. You've got to expect Firmino to do better there. That is a golden opportunity. Lovely little ball play through. I think it was by Coutinho. And again, early stages, more possession. First half so far. Pass accuracy is not as good as normal, which is a bit concerning, and we've not had as many shots as Burnley. So despite having more possession, it's not quite really developed into a goal yet. But here we are. Well, last chance before the half as Jeff Hendricks just scythed down Adam Lallana, whose ball then is not very good. It's blimey, coming through the back of him there. Who was that? Coutinho, I think? No, who was that? Firmino? Coutinho, though, comes forward. The two Brazilians. He's forgotten the ball. Plays it inside to Jordan Henderson. Of course, who had a very good month. Emre Can. He's got options on that right-hand side, and it's cut by Robbie Brady. Can will pick it up again, though, and it might just have committed that left-back a little bit too far forward. Keita, he's got a few options. Klein on the overlap. Can Klein get a ball into the middle? We know Firmino's decent in the air as well. Klein then towards Roberto Firmino, headed away by Ward, headed back in by Jordan Henderson, and Tom Heaton makes the save. I was wondering there if we were going to pinch a goal before the half-time whistle. That is probably going to bring us to half-time then, and so far then 0-0 at Turf Moor. Average game so far, very average game. Firmino not having the best of games either. He's not running as much as anyone else in the final third either. I think we're going to get more attacking. Second half, we're going to try and take it to Burnley a little bit. We'll keep Firmino out there for now. Of course, we've got Ings and Origi on the bench if needs be. Maybe a change with Wijnaldum on that left-hand side too. There's also obviously the option to move. I'm now thinking we move Keita back to the other side, play Lallana out wide and put Coutinho back through the middle. So far, though, I'm going to say I'm far from pleased with what I've just seen. It's not been a good half. Let's face it. You've got the ability to make a real difference. I hope they don't all feel annoyed about this. Right, we're just going to carry on. My screen's just gone off. We're back. Oh my god. I don't know if it went black on for me or just you, but that was horrifying. I don't know what happened. Sometimes when I turn my fan on, my monitor goes off, but the fan wasn't turned on. As blimey, Jordan Henderson goes straight through the back of Sam Vokes. Brady with a ball into the middle. Matip clears. Vokes heads back towards goal. Matip, the ball isn't in the floor at the moment. Andre Gray's called for offside. And it's still 0-0. The moment of panic I had, I thought we had a power cut. I don't know what had happened. Anyway, Loughton, forward for Burnley. We've got more attacking from now on. It's obviously going to leave us slightly more open at the back, but I'm hoping that we can try and just counteract that by scoring a goal, frankly. Ball headed forward by Klein, and it goes all the way back to Ben Mee, who chips it forward. Matip comes out of defence and does really, really well. Nice little ball into Lallana, who's not been quiet in this game so far, much like Coutinho is when he plays in that position. They don't seem to have that much of an impact. As Lallana now drives forward, if he scores, that would shut me up, wouldn't it? Lallana, through ball, not the best, and Tom Heaton launches it clear. Matip again, though, he's really good at coming out and claiming that. He's technically a very good defender too. Lallana drops it off to Coutinho. He runs forward. Adam Lallana, I've said he's had a quiet game. Drops it to Jordan Henderson now. Ball out to Nathaniel Klein, who's got three options in the middle. Klein, ball in. Firmino's there. Centre of the 6-yard box. Great ball in from Nathaniel Klein. Patient work from us. Really patient. To see us string that many passes together and then finish it off with a goal was actually really, really nice. Henderson then puts that ball out to Nathaniel Klein, who's got so much time, space to pick out the perfect delivery, and does. Firmino unmarked in the middle. Ben Mee lets him go, and Tom Heaton can't keep it out from there at close blank range. Is that what it's called? Close blank range? Close blank, point blank, not close blank, point blank range. What am I saying? Half an hour to go then. We're still on attacking. It's kind of that situation now. Do we go for a second goal? I mean, we've got a highlight here. Do we go for the second goal and then start to go more standard, shut up a little bit? Coutinho with a lovely ball out to Nathaniel Klein. He puts it straight back into the middle. Heaton comes and claims. And I've just noticed, by the way, we're top of the league. As things stand, there's obviously Bournemouth and Spurs. Obviously, you're not having the greatest of days so far. We'll check in on that at the end of the game. But as things stand, we sit top of the Premier... Okay, that was a bit of a horrible moment. Mignolet does just enough. Half an hour to go. I think we're going to make a few changes. Firmino kept him out there, got his goal. We didn't actually change anything. We just trusted the system as things stand. Okay, what do we do? I'm thinking maybe Wijnaldum. Do you know, actually, I'm just going to bring Keita back a little bit. Not have him as attacking. That's the only change. A very subtle change, of course, but that's the only change I'm going to make. He's barely been in this game so far. Joel Matip, by the way, is struggling a lot. He's having a great game, but he's struggling. 56%. I'll tell you what, get him off immediately. Lovren's going to have to come on. Let's hope he doesn't sabotage before he leaves. 20 minutes left. Henderson may be the option to go off. He's not having the greatest game and he's struggling for fitness. I think that's the other one we'll make. We'll bring on James Milner for him in the centre. And that's the double change then. So far, change at the back, change in the middle. We're still attacking. Do you know what? We'll come off that as well. We'll go back to standard. 10 minutes left. No point in pushing for that second goal. We have the away lead as things stand. And Nathaniel Klein is bursting forward. He's got an option to this right-hand side. Keita then. Wasn't so good on attacking. Didn't really do all that much. As he drives past defenders, the shot is well wide. A good bit of attacking intent from him, but the shot is poorly placed. And very tight at the top, though. Southampton on 40. I mean, if we concede here, it'll continue to be tight. As Emre Can heads clear. Arfield is going to probably put this back into the middle. If we pinch it off him, it's going to be a chance to break. But no, they're recycling it well. Ashley Westwood forward into Vokes. Little hit back heel to Andre Gray, who back heels it back to Vokes. And I have to say, and I'm annoyed, I'm pissed off about it. We'll go back to attacking immediately, try and get the winner. I mean, there's the double back heel. How often do you see that in the game? I mean, we've been really, really good this year. But look at this with the double back heel. Sam Vokes back heels it to Gray, who then back heels it through our defence. Lovren, mate, you are a shambles. Ball smashed into the back of the net. 5 minutes to go here. And Burnley have got themselves an equaliser. Well, the highlights have just ebbed away. There's a late corner. Joe Barton's going to put it in towards the front post. It's cleared just about back out to Barton. No, actually, Milner's going to get there first. And I imagine he'll just launch it upfield. He does do. And that's probably going to be the game then. 50-01 unless Roberto Firmino is driving forward with it. He's got a few options inside if he chooses to find them. Klein. Will there be a final twist in this tale? Milner. Emre Can. Don't you dare call this time, referee. Ball out towards Nathaniel Klein. He's got to whip it in first time and does. To the ball to that post. Oh, Tom Heaton gathers. And that is the final action at Turf Moor. Credit to Burnley. They had a lot of shots in the first half and continued that in the second. Really well worked second goal. I'm going to say it wasn't good enough though, because Lovren's come on and had an absolute shambles. In fact, let's get aggressive with Lovren. I'm not pleased from what I saw from you. You seem to lose confidence. I don't care. You're leaving anyway. But that was the chance to go top of the league and we threw it away. Bournemouth then must have lost. Well, they drew, actually. Dropped points to West Ham in a 1-1. So did Spurs, drawing with Manchester City. And we, again, drew too. Southampton actually lost today. So we're both on 40. Spurs on 41. Bournemouth on 43. And that then brings us to the end. If you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like. Tomorrow's episode will be 2 games. It'll be the FA Cup game against Scunthorpe and the semi-final first leg against Tottenham in the League Cup. So look forward to that. Will Daniel Sturridge once again caused me a problem? I probably expect so. Right then, with love, with care. If you're not to mention, I'll see you again for tomorrow's episode. Goodbye.